Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It is that time of the week again for the NFL's 5 best bets for this week NFL 11 slate. Before we begin, I'm going to quickly recap how we got on last week. Another 2 out of 5, another disappointing week. The most notable one was the Monday Night Football, the Rams and the Dolphins. We have the total game points over, and the Rams didn't show up. Unfortunately, we didn't hit that. But we move on. It's getting towards the business end of the season now. Some high handicaps coming through, and in my opinion, some gettable total points too. So without further ado, we'll get on to bet number 5. Bet number 5 sees the Cleveland Browns traveling to the New Orleans Saints. Cleveland coming off a bye week this week, where the Saints beat the Atlanta Falcons at home in tight NFC South fashion. Remember, New Orleans has sacked Ellis Allen, and they brought their interim head coach in, and it sort of gave them a bit of a boost. It tends to happen a lot in the NFL with the temporary managers in charge. So I think this week they're going to be coming on a down. James Winston going back to New Orleans Saints where he was last year. Jimmy Schwartz, plenty of tape to watch now. I think Cleveland are going to go into the Saints and win this one. I'd understand that momentum is on New Orleans side, but Cleveland having the rest, and the Saints, I think, coming down from that dramatic coaching change and win, they come down to earth this week, and I think Cleveland win this. It's basically a 50-50 game. There's no plus, there's no minus, it's a straight pick 'em. So bet number 5, we'll be taking Cleveland Browns to win outright. Bet number 4 sees Jacksonville traveling to Detroit. Jacksonville's season's over now. Trevor Lawrence, title recording hasn't been ruled out for the season just yet, but I think he's taking opinions. So I believe Mac Jones is going to be under center. Going to Detroit, who come off a very fortunate win at Houston. Both quarterbacks, Stroud and Goff, were awful. Goff ran 5 interceptions, but good teams do. They find a way to win. They're at home. They're playing Jacksonville without Trevor Lawrence. I'm not saying there'll be much anyway, but this is going to be a spanking. Matt Jones showed nothing last week in their loss to the Vikings. If they just managed to sustain one drive, they would have won the game. This is just a get right game for the Detroit offense. I think a lot of rushing. I think they're just going to control the clock, win this comfortably. For bet number 4, the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the Detroit Lions. We're taking the market Detroit Lions minus 13.5. Bet number 3 sees the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Tennessee Titans. Minnesota coming off a very, very hard fought but disappointing performance against Jacksonville. Sam Darnold was awful, threw a couple of picks. He just wasn't connecting with his wide receivers. He couldn't see the field properly. Hopefully that's not Sam Darnold going back to what we know Sam Darnold can do when he's not in good form. But nonetheless, they got the win against Jacksonville. Tennessee coming off a disappointing loss to the Chargers at LA. It's a hard place to go to regardless. Will Levis come back into the team, got garbage time touchdown, but they were pretty much dominated from start to finish. Although obviously they did score early, I think after the Chargers leveled, they took on the game. And it's hard when the Jim Harbaugh's teams get ahead of you. They like to run the ball, like to run the clock down, and Tennessee didn't have a chance. My thoughts for the game is going to be very, very low scoring. I think it's too many points for a travelling team to have. Look, Tennessee's defense are really good, and I think they're going to cause Sam Darnold more problems. Will Levis looks better last week, and if they can stay a couple of drives, get a few points on the board, I think this handicap's an easy hit for me. So bet number 3, the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Tennessee Titans. We're taking the handicap for the Tennessee Titans plus 6.5. Bet number 2 is the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. Seattle is coming for a bye week. Before that, very disappointing outing for them. Geno Smith arguably playing the worst game of his career. San Fran last week beat Tampa Bay in Tampa. The return of Christian McCaffrey. They'd come off a bye week the week before that. A little bit rusty in terms. I thought they would have won a bit more convincingly, but nonetheless, they needed the win and they got it. This is the time of the year where San Fran do pick up wins. They get on streaks, and they might ahead. They've always started seasons quite poorly in the last few years, but this is where they kick on now. I really, really like the minus mark here. I don't trust Geno Smith. I never have done, really. San Fran are at home. They need to get this group under control because Arizona seems to be slipping away slightly. They need to keep in contact with Arizona, and they're going to do it in this game. But it's a comfortable out for San Fran at home. Bet number 2, Seattle traveling to San Francisco 49ers. We're taking San Fran minus 6.5. And bet number 1 sees the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Denver Broncos. Atlanta coming off a very disappointing group loss to New Orleans and in New Orleans. Obviously, we spoke about in bet number 5, New Orleans having that new head coach. You tend to get that sort of trajectory with these interims, tend to win their first game. Atlanta were walking into a trap, in my opinion. Koo missed so many kicks, though. It could have been a different story. But traveling to the Denver Broncos, Denver halved fought. Oh, that was so painful to about to win the game in Kansas, and they get their field goal blocked. That is so painful, but they competed. They were part of the best bets last week, the plus 7.5, cash day easy. They play hardball. Bo Nix is playing awesome. Their defense is awesome. This isn't going to be a very easy game for Atlanta. I can see why Denver are favourites. In my opinion, they should be. It is going to be a close game. I don't think there'll be as many points as people think. And this is going to be my bet of the week. Bet number 1, Atlanta traveling to Denver. We're taking the total game points under 44.5. And there we have it, guys. That's the 5 best bets for this week, NFL 11 slate. If you've come this far, please like and subscribe. If you like any of the picks we've given you, please join down below. Or if there's any picks we haven't included which you like this week, please let us know. We might have a flower in it ourselves. Have a great weekend watching the football. Remember to always gamble responsibly and only gamble you can afford. And we'll be back on the next video to preview NFL Week 12 and to review how we got on Week 11. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the next video.